It's just amazing what people put up with. I mean, like, I had low expectations for people, let's be honest. And they are exceeding my low expectations.
I have a proposal for you, Patrick, to lighten the mood.
Yes.
On the next story, Pyro Pete has just inspired me. He says, why don't these guys have heavier Texan accents? I suppose for the next story, we could do it in a heavy Texan accent. Too much to the chagrin to actual Southerners who have actual accents compared to us metropolitan city-dwelling folk who have, fast internets.
I started with an accent. I trained it out of myself when I started doing a lot of public speaking and talking on microphones in radio stations. So I grew up here. I know what they talk like.
I'm ready.
Are we really going to do this? This is like next? A terribly serious topic.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Bring it on.
All right.
Come on
now we going to talk about this here public schooling and these here public school teachers. Let me try and squeeze it in between us.
At schoolhouse.
There we go.
Here, I'll get out your way.
Get on out of here. Get on out of here. Fast.
I'm out.
Okay, I was gonna whip you faster than a grasshopper can kick the seeds out of a green bean. All right, here we go. This just in from the Tennessee Star. Rutherford County schools tell parents not to monitor their children's virtual classrooms. I can't do this.
That's fine. I think the comedic value. Okay. They say comedy comes in threes, and after about the third word, we lost all comedic value, and we should have cut the bit. So
yeah, it's dead.
All right,
it's dead. All right. So, Rutherford County schools are telling parents not. This goes into what we talked about in a previous stream, where the parent on Twitter, the teacher on Twitter was worried that their social justice activism might be interfered with by parents being able to listen to what the teachers are telling their kids when they're doing this remote learning via video. So the teachers are worried that the parents are going to hear what they're saying to their children, which is insane and one of the biggest red flags ever. Keep your kids out of public school. Okay. This is just sort of confirmation. Now it's actually sort of being instantiated. You have a school system. Let's just read. Parents of students who attend Rutherford County schools must agree not to monitor their child's online classroom sessions. Let me read that again. Parents of students who attend Rutherford County schools must agree not to monitor their child's online classroom sessions. Officials at all county schools are asking parents to sign forms agreeing not to watch these virtual classes. Quote, RCS strives to present these opportunities in a secure format that protects student privacy to the greatest extent possible. However, because these meetings will occur virtually, RCS is limited in its ability to fully control certain factors such as non-student observers that may be present in the home of a student participating in the virtual meeting. RCS strongly discourages non-student observation of online meetings due to the potential of confidential information about a student being revealed. You see, it's for the privacy of the students that we don't want parents seeing what we're doing with their children. It's not about us. It's about the children. It's about privacy and safety. The form asks parents for their signature and warns that violation of this agreement may result in RCS removing my child from the virtual meeting, basically suspending them effectively. RCS spokesman James Evans addressed the matter in an email to the Star this week. Quote, "We are aware of the concern that has been raised about this distance learning letter that was sent to parents. The intent was not to prevent parents from being involved with their children during distance learning, but it was intended to protect the..." Thank you, Kaysen. Thank you. I needed you. Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll raise your kids.
Don't worry. We'll raise your kids. Don't worry. Nothing bad's going to happen whenever the government takes over. It's not like the government has caused the massive amount of death or human destruction or waste of life, liberty, and property throughout all of mankind. Don't worry. And, we're just talking about sensible things like mathematics, arithmetic, and, English, but you definitely don't need to be involved in that because you may hear something that you find objectionable, or maybe a child in the middle of a math question will just start revealing personal details that they ought not. And we don't know how to handle that. So, yeah, just butt the fuck out of our kids' lives.
We got it. Get out, go away. It was intended to protect, says Evans, the academic privacy of other students in the classroom who are visible during certain virtual class sessions. We have issued new guidance to principals that parents can assist their children. We give them permission to assist their children during virtual group lessons with permission of the instructor. So you have to ask permission to be present with your kid in these sessions, but should refrain from sharing or recording any information about other students in the classroom. Evans did not elaborate. And some people are clearly, obviously, rightfully pissed off about that. Get your kid out of public schools. It's becoming so bleedingly obvious. Wow. It's creepy and wrong and immoral. Because if they suspend your kid from school, if they kick your kid out of the classroom for this repeatedly because you refuse to not be present, do you think they're just going to let your kid abscond from school? Or are they going to start sending the truancy officers next? Don't you see the gun behind this? It's obvious. Okay. So, let's say that you're a good little citizen and that you stay away from your kid's bedroom while your kids' teachers are indoctrinating them and, checking their privilege and reducing their levels of whiteness. Anyway, let's say you're a good citizen and you stay out of the way and you do as you're told and you're not in the room, right? Oh, it doesn't matter because, the things if there's anything in your kid's room that the teacher doesn't think is appropriate, it's their duty. I think in some states, there's a law that the teachers have a duty to report sort of red flag type stuff to either the police or to the principal or to the counselors or to, CPS types or whatever. Well, in this case, a kid was in one of these virtual sessions and he had a BB gun on the wall in his bedroom behind him. Well, the teacher saw it. A Baltimore County family is warning other parents after they say police were called to their house over something that happened during a virtual school session. The incident is raising concerns over privacy and safety in the era of online learning. As Navy veteran with 4 years of active duty, Courtney Lancaster has extensive knowledge of guns, how to use them, and how to store them. Her 11-year-old son, who owns BB guns, is a Boy Scout in 5th grade. He's just a very intellectual child, but he's all boy as well. He loves to be outside and play and ride his bikes and that sort of thing. In his pursuit of becoming an Eagle Scout, Courtney says her son has learned how to shoot a BB gun and an airsoft gun. He's also taken 3 levels of archery lessons. His mother says he stores his bow and guns on his wall in his bedroom. It's never been a problem until June 1, enter public school, when police pulled up outside of her house. I had no idea what to think. I've never been in any legal trouble whatsoever. I've never had any negative encounter with law enforcement. I had no idea. I really didn't know what to think. Courtney says she was home with her son who's been doing virtual learning since school shut down in March. So I answered the door. The police officer was very nice. He explained to me that he was coming to address an issue with my son's school. And then he explained to me that he was here to search for weapons in my home. And I consented to let him in. Never do that. Ever. And then I, unfortunately, stood there and watched police officers enter my 11-year-old son's bedroom. Courtney was told someone had seen the guns in her son's bedroom during the Google Meet class on his laptop. According to emails she later exchanged with the school administrator, a screenshot was taken during the online class. The principal was notified, and the school safety officer then called the police. She felt violated, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely scary to think about. Who are on these calls? Who do we have viewing your children and subsequently taking these screenshots that can be sent anywhere or used for any purpose? And I was just thinking, if you have your kid in their bedroom, there's an audio feed, a live audio feed from your house getting sent to the school system. So if, something happens around your home, somebody yells, who knows what goes on? Who knows? Who knows what goes on? Nefarious or otherwise. You're giving a live feed of your home to the school district. How crazy would you have to be to allow that to occur?